Hi everybody, Keith here from bookentertainment.com. In this video, we will be discussing how to price your act up. Whether you run a band, or you're a musician, DJ, entertainer, or you run an event hire service, you're running a business and you need a proper pricing structure for your gigs. I will be talking in this video about how you perceive your value, how you create packages for your customer, how to factor in your running costs, how to factor in your competitors, and how best to price up your travel. Let's go backstage. The first thing I will be discussing is value. Before you price up your act, you need to work out your value. What is value? The extent to which your service is perceived by your customer to meet their needs. It's measured by the customer's perception of the worth of your service and their willingness to pay for it. Basically, what are you worth? Let's give you an example. You're cooking a nice romantic meal for your loved one, and lasagna is on the menu. It's £1 for a Tesco value lasagna or £5 for a Waitrose lasagna. Why would you buy the Waitrose lasagna over the Tesco value one? Well, you perceive the value in the name, the packaging, the marketing, and you want to impress your other half. And a Tesco value £1 lasagna isn't going to cut it. What's this got to do with entertainment? Well, do you want to be a cheap budget act, or do you want to be at the top end of the market? Some points to consider to work out your value are: how much experience do you have? How talented are you? Do you have a record to prove you're worth it? Have you got an extensive list of real reviews from your past customers? Is your equipment the best in the industry? Are you doing business the right way with proper insurance and you're fully compliant for tax? Have you invested in top-class photos and videos to showcase your value? Think about all these factors to help you work out what you're really worth. Next, we look at your running costs. Remember, whether you like it or not, you're running a business. And like any business, you need to cover your overheads to make a profit. In my career as an entertainment agent, I've seen acts price themselves far too cheap just to get gigs, and they don't make any profit. They are busy fools and they won't last, especially if they are taking bookings up to 2 years in advance. You need to take the following running costs into consideration before you price yourself up: band members, DEPs or staff wages, insurance, telephone, website and bank fees, accountancy costs, tax costs, motor vehicle costs, costs of purchasing or maintaining equipment like your PA system, and the cost of consumables that you may use for your gig. Have a think about what things cost you over the year, then work out what you need to charge per gig, not only to cover these costs, but to make yourself a decent living on top too. Don't price yourself too cheap just to get gigs, and certainly don't play for free, because exposure will not pay your bills. Another thing to consider when pricing up your act is competitors. What are competing services like your act charging for a gig? Again, think about the previous 2 points of this video: value and running costs. Don't try to be the cheapest, as it's a race to the bottom. Some acts are apprehensive about displaying their price online, as competitors will see it. Well, I can set up a fake email address in 1 minute and do a mystery shop on your act to get your prices. So your competitors already know your price anyway, and customers will shop around Google and contact at least the first 10 search results for a price and availability check anyway. Some people will advise you not to display prices, as you could email your customer and close the deal better. Well, it's 2018 and this will not work anymore. Customers will make their decision to book by looking at your media and reviews, and they just want to check price and availability with the email. It doesn't matter how hard you try to persuade them in an email, they just want price and availability, and they will make the decision themselves. Give the customer what they want and don't be afraid to display your prices. So now you will have worked out your value, running costs, and what your competitors are charging. It's time to work out your prices. The best way to do this is by structuring your prices into packages. Customers will absolutely love packages. Create your packages based on performance times and just exclude travel for now. You could start with a package for your basic service and your standard performance time, and then create additional packages for things like extra performance times, additional options, or an enhanced service. It's also a great idea to create 3 levels of packages, such as silver, gold, and platinum. Research shows that most customers will not want a basic package, and they'll always opt for the middle or top-end package. This means that if you price it properly, you will make extra profit per gig. Add up all that extra profit over the year and it could be a substantial rise in your income. Some acts may price weddings more expensive than functions or venue gigs. If you want to do this, it's best to have a separate act name for the wedding market so that you can justify the extra charge. For example, you could have a band solely for function and venue gigs and call it the Amplifiers. And the Amplifiers wear casual dress on stage and have a party-based playlist. Then for weddings, the band could be called the Wedding Band, and they wear suits on stage and have a playlist that's geared to weddings. Doing this will save any hassle with wedding couples trying to get a party rate. Also consider how long it will take you to get set up. Some clients request that they need an early setup or late pack-up. The best way to do this is to create an early setup or late pack-up fee, and then charge the fee per hour. Make sure that it covers you and or members of staff that are traveling with you to set up early. Next, we come to travel. After you've got your packages in order, it's time to consider travel. Some acts do this on an as and when basis, or they charge per mile, and the whole pricing setup becomes rather messy. The best way to work out travel is to break your area up into each county and charge a fixed fee per county. For example, if you're based in Nottingham, your county is Nottinghamshire. Offer this county for free, and as you're right beside Leicestershire and Derbyshire, offer these counties for free. Then charge a fixed fee for the neighbouring counties of South Yorkshire, Greater Manchester, Cheshire, Staffordshire, West Midlands, Warwickshire, Northamptonshire, Cambridgeshire and Lincolnshire. Take traffic hotspots and travel times into consideration, and then price each county accordingly. If you're paying for staff, deaf musicians or other band members, price up their travel fees per county in the same way as your main fee. This means that when you work out travel expenses to pay your staff, there's no arguments because it's a fixed fee per county. Finally, consider adjusting your price for specific dates. You could increase your package price for really popular dates such as New Year's Eve, bank holiday weekends, or Christmas party nights. Or you could discount your prices for quiet season like January, February, March, and quiet days like Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Just make sure that you cover your overheads and you're still making a profit when you're discounting your prices. To summarize, It's best to create a systemized, clear pricing structure for your act. It will make it easier to price gigs up and will keep everything consistent. Make sure that you price your act according to your value and what you're really worth. Cover your expenses and make a profit so that you can live on your income. Make sure you're in line with your competitors, but don't price yourself too cheap. Create packages for your customers to choose different options. Have an early setup or late pack-up option. Structure your travel fees per county and consider increasing prices for popular dates and discounting prices for quiet dates. I hope that this helps you get a clear picture of how to structure the pricing for your act. Let's hear what you think by leaving a comment on the bottom of the video. I'll see you all on the next video. Happy gigging!